Okay. Um, First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. Thank you. Seeing the life of these people, it's it's not a life that I'm wish for of, and I'm talking from the point of view of somebody who's being tormented in so many ways, and the future doesn't look good for me because of being a target individual. But I would still not want to trade places with these people. I could not live my life the way these people live. It's so pathetic. And the psyops and the way they've been trying to create this fantasy of what this is about. It's so delusional to think that I will even let them live that fantasy. Forget about even like delusional, they have to make themselves. I'm not even going to let them live that fantasy. It's apparent, it's obvious what this is about, and just the validation I've had. It's been amazing. The cowardness and the low lifeness of these people are things that you can't even fathom that these people have chosen this. Like you have accepted this. Nobody forced you into it. Nobody coerced you, at least for those adults. You chose this, and I understand why you chose that too. These bottom feeders working for these governmental entities are contracted to implement these tactics on target individuals. They have a whole handbook of things they do to us target individuals, but it's part of how they get the result they need to get. This is a program that is meant to develop a technology that's already very advanced, and they need human samples. So us target individuals are the test subjects. They do these things to us to break us down for whatever result they're trying. It seems like it's all about the ability to improve the already very, very advanced ability of manipulating the mind, controlling the mind. And human subjects like us, target individuals, they implement all these things onto us. They try to depattern us and make us subscribe to this new falsified reality they've put together. And this technology, via V2K synthetic telepathy, but no even telepathy, not only synthetic telepathy or V2K, which is directed to the brain, what they do to the organs. It seems like even our body, our organs are used to do whatever they do. They make us sick, they destroy our body, then repair what they destroyed. You know, we're truly guinea pigs in every sense. The mind manipulations and the organ manipulations. And this trash do that to not only men, not only women, but children. And this trash involving this are fully aware of that. Some of them have fully participated in the torture of women. A lot of them, actually. A lot of them, I'm sure, have participated in the torture of women. Some maybe have not participated in anybody's torture except mine, for example. But because they are participating in the program that torture women, and their colleagues have participated in the torture of women, and even children, that means that they're part of that. So for me, in their retarded, in their little fantasy of the way they try to counter reality, they want me to not see them as the people involved in the program where the children are being tortured and women are being tortured. They're the trash. But the psychological torture is the nasty pedophilia torture they do. But coming from these bottom feeders, I've been so validated. I just got back from the elevator with this woman next door. I'm listening to this bill that had to be passed, or not even had to be passed, a bill that was passed in order to help assist the stop of use of the network, is the DoD network, for downloading child pornography, accessing child pornography, and even creating child pornography using the Department of Defense network. In my mind, they're trying to rewire things around to try to like project what's going on there onto me. They are what you call pedophiles, low-life bottom feeders. And the manipulations are disgusting, but thank God I'm not doing that. Thank God I'm not there. I'm not living their life. And in this trash, they use these losers, or these people who are so mentally backward that they even think that this is winning or losing. Some of them are truly children. Some of them are truly children, like they are actually kids. So to them it's like, oh, we're going to win. Win what? They work for the DoD. They're utilizing this technology that is extremely sophisticated onto civilians who can do nothing about anything. And then think that they won. Because what we experience is things that there's nothing we can do. The way our thoughts are forced. For example, when I say child pornography, that these people are downloading, sharing, and even producing using the DoD network. They try to make me think of me as if I'm the one who's downloading child porn. They revert reality in some other ways because they do this peripheral type of torture. And they say how they're going to implant child porn on my computer to frame me. And then it's like, oh, this is our shame. No, your shame is beyond that. It's way beyond. This is just a light shame. The shameful aspect that these people work for entities that have so much issue with child pornography that there's a law. There's not even a law, sorry, a bill that was meant to help the stoppage of child pornography being downloaded, created, or accessed using the DoD network. That's the first shame. Second shame, this programming on its own not only torture men, but do horrible things to women. You heard how they rape them, fry them, destroy them in ways that you can understand. They are nasty bottom feeders and cowards. And they like to tell us dark individuals to kill ourselves. You see who's talking to you. These people are the most unstable looking people. Many of them have on some kind of medication where they could be suicidal. This weak low life. But to understand why they enjoy this, because these entities, these governmental entities that run this program, empowers these losers. Why? Whenever again would they ever feel disempowered? These people don't even have control over their own life. They have their own depressions and stress. It's where the weak-minded can feel the strongest. Cowardness of cowardness. All they need to do is be able to whisper properly. Because when I mean by whisper properly is V2K is how they can project their voices onto your brain. And you can hear them like say, oh, they are. It's like a child retard that's just talking to you. Wanting you to accept this nasty manipulation that has been validated that they do to so many others. And they use people who are children. Like, no, that's not true, not real. Okay. That's supposed to be agitating. And they say the things that really are the opposite of reality. So truth is, they're very much cowards. That's why they contract people like them. They have no shame about being cowards. They flourish in cowardness. They do things that anybody can do and wants to feel special. But they're bottom feeders. They torture children sexually. These people in this program doing these things to me, involved in the program, some of them themselves have hands-on experience of torturing children using this technology. Sexually torture. Suffocating a 7-year-old, things like that. 2 babies, 3-week-old. Then they want to be like, no, wait some 10 minutes. And I went to the laundromat downstairs. It's so sad. But I have my body cam just because I'm going to, of course, show this retardation. I see this like teenage kid, maybe like a 14-year-old, weird-looking kid. I think it's a girl, but it's kind of like you don't even know. She had like this hoodie. She looked at me in this weird. And they start forcing me because this technology can manipulate you to have a reaction. They try to force me to get stimulation. Oh, look at this shit. Sorry for the language. Sorry, look at this kid. Look. It's early in the morning on a Sunday. Look at this kid. I have her on camera. In my head, they try to create some things, the thoughts, and try to create perception of her. So pathetic. I don't have no shame when they force me to experience this. I'm like, oh, let me make a video on a recording. In front of them, they try to make me have this reaction and want me to accept this. And I'm looking and look at this. Look at this. This is pathetic. And this kid just walking around like, Try to be seen like you, the low life bottom feeder. Look at you, dumbass. And she tried to make herself so innocent. Like you, they sold your soul. I'm sorry. You've been sold to pedophiles. Now, whatever the way they try to make me perceive your weird look. Ugh. What? It's so sad. But I'm glad I have my body cam. Everybody sees the body cam. I have that on purpose. I put it there. You're gonna be on camera and you'll be seeing me. See how you look. Ask yourself if you can ever do anything to me. Look at you. Look at your dumbass. You think I subscribe to it? And then you say like, nah, it's shut the fuck up. This government's running this program. You work for actually working for pedophiles. I'm not going with the psyop. Target individual. One thing they love to do is to create this like fantasy of what this is about. They try to make you believe that this is anything but this mass government that's running this program. That for me, it's like, do they even see themselves? Like, do they recognize themselves when they see themselves? Like, can anybody believe that it's you guys' money and you're protecting the group? Look at you. If you're in my place and you look at somebody like you, looking at it, like, would you be like, oh my gosh, these people, this is definitely not the government. Look at. You know, before going to the laundromat, I was nervous to even go there. I go there early because I don't want to see any kids, especially the little girls. Oh, that's the most disgusting. Because they force me to get stimulations and disturbing sensations. And they're like, no, we match it to you when you're a kid. Retards. Pedophile central. Fucking pedos on a level that you can't even understand. These people have so much issue with pedophilia that even the DOD network is ranked top tier in regard of sharing child pornography using DOD network. You understand what it means? Those are devices. This is a network that is very well surveilled, but they don't give a shit. That they feel comfortable to download so much child porn that this Child Service Protective Agency ranked the DOD network as top tier in regard of sharing child porn. They do that with zero consequences because they know they don't care. This is not their private, I'm talking about this Pentagon employee. This is not their private computers or network they're using. They're using DOD, Department of Defense network. They feel safer using that. Can you imagine what they have at home? Now, these people who've been humiliated by the reality that I know there's so much problem with pedophilia out here, forcing me to get this nasty stimulation toward these little girls, and be like, no, what we're doing, we're mapping you to you when you're a kid. You feel like that when you're a child, you know. Well, you hear this thing ongoing. First of all, you guys torture children. Second of all, they do this pedophilia type of torture. Third of all, the entities that contract this trash are so filled with pedophiles, bills are passed to help assist the issue. Like I said, help assist. And you think that I'm not going to see you as the pedos that forced me to have these stimulations? Delusional trash. I'm so nervous to go downstairs. The only fear I truly have right now is to see kids. Because I hate the forced reaction they make me experience. The tough, scary guys, I'm like, I'd rather go there, die there. These little babies, I was like, no, this thing is just disturbing. It's so disturbing. It's too disturbing. It just breaks you down, and that's why they do that. It's meant to depattern you. It's meant to destroy your self-esteem, your self-image. And then you have this trash who's going to act paid to act a certain way. Oh, so angry. See how we got you? Oh, we mapped that. Oh, bunch of pedos we mapped. You're manipulating the brain. You have people like them. I start looking at their phone. Once you have this stimulation and sensation, they're like, I just saw trash, pedos. In my brain, it's all about making me accept these things. Then they talk about, but remember what you did as a kid. I'm like, whoo! I'm talking to people who literally torture children. They, you heard the testimonies of what they do to children, sexually torturing children. And as much as they try to be like, oh, not real, it's like, yeah, okay, pass by, watch how not real it's gonna be. Pass by. I'm so thankful I don't have to live life like them. Can you imagine that now I'm like, if I was this, and I don't care how young they are, but can you imagine like being involved, dedicated in a job where you involved in torturing even children, and when somebody's bringing up the facts that they torture children, it's like, nah, not real. I'm like, oh gosh, thank you, God. No, when we pass each other, I'll be like, not real. You guys in the program that don't torture children. No, you don't suffocate 7-year-old. No, you guys are good people. You protect children. That's why the DOD has ranked top tier. You don't harm children at all. You guys are different. You guys are anything but this mass government. No sexually torturing children. No, you don't do the pedophilia type of torture for sure. No, you're mapping. Look at these people. Look. It's obvious they're not in a program where the brain is manipulated. No, look at the gender. That means they're good people. For me, it became it's so traumatizing to go downstairs and to the laundromat because of how they've been bringing their babies and then forcing me to get stimulation. That's so disgusting. One day they even dragged. I remember I was going back to the elevator. This little girl, like maybe 7 years, she still even have like a little, like a bear, teddy bear. The mother's dragging her, like forcing her to go into the laundromat. You can see pull her. So when I see her, they can do this nasty stimulations and sensations that disturbs me. That they said I mapped it to me when I was a kid. I'm in my 30s, and just to do that. Can you imagine dragging your baby? She's like, you look like she's just barely awake. This baby. Now in my head, the way they try to make me imagine this kid, they even try to make me imagine this kid's butt to disturb me. These people have sold their children to pedophiles. And they want me to identify with the manipulations I'm forced to experience. You hear the noise campaign, all of that is part of the orchestrated program to get the target individual to identify with whatever manipulation you experience. But I have no doubt, I don't even have an ounce of doubt that everybody participating in this program, because it's too obvious. I'm not a genius. I'm not stupid at the same time, but I'm not a genius. If it's this validated to me, them is like they can see it even more clear than anything. They can see how obvious that the brain is being forced to be experiencing these things this way, because the testimonials are so unreal. And that's why I'm so thankful for any target individual who provided their testimonials, because now when you look at them, you're like, you don't do the pedophilia type of torture. No, you don't do that. No, oh, you dared. You don't make people have perceptions or thoughts or reactions or stimulations that are sexual toward children. To all my target individuals, stay strong. I'm not so fearful to go downstairs because of the things they've made me experience every time I go to the laundromat. The babies coming up, the way they've done all these nasty things. I have a camera on because in my head, not only in real time I'm being forced to get reactions, but after that, my memories start being played with to even add to it, add layers to this whatever experience I experienced to make it even worse than the real time experience that I experienced, that was forced onto me by this fucking trash developing this technology and using me as a test subject. So now when I go downstairs, I'm like, oh gosh. In the morning though, when I wake up, I have plans to go to the laundromat. This starts giving me stimulations and sensations, and and make me think of what they've made me experience before and give me stimulation. It's so disgusting. Playing my brain, it's like making me think of, remember what, like I wake up, make me think of, okay, I need to go to the laundromat. And this is before I go to the restroom. As you know, when the bladder is full, you have you're more erect. And I don't want to be graphic, but this is anatomy. You have to understand that they play with you to disturb you. And so they can play with your libido all the time, but especially if you have a full bladder, it kind of press something to, you can create more stimulations. So first thing I wake up, I'm like, okay, I need to go do the laundry. Immediately they make me think. Remember when you went downstairs, there was these little girls who forced you to get stimulation. Remember that time in the elevator, and they played with my libido, and like, you nasty trash. And I'm like, okay, I'm bracing myself to go downstairs. It's gonna be nasty, but be strong. And they want you to accept it, like, no, this season. It's like, I've made too many videos at this point to not to feel very well that there is a pattern that I've been showing when I make my videos. That's why I make videos at this point, is to show the clear pattern of how they manipulate me. This tactic is happening all the time. Every time I try to go to the laundromat, or I'm planning on doing that, man, the morning when I wake up, the day before I go there, the thoughts is just manipulated to make me think of what they've made me experience, and then again make me experience some more things in real time, and force me to get stimulations. And it's always in the morning. And men, when we wake up, we tend to wake up with more erection. We have some kind of like morning erections. You heard that. That's because when you drink a lot, or when you have a full bladder, you're more likely to be erected. Once you go to the bathroom and you use the restroom, it goes away. They use this moment to do the most disturbing things to me. It's nasty. And then they go, no, you like girls. And they go into the nastiness, thinking that I'm going to ever let them live their fantasy. Okay. You don't do pedophilia type of torture. You're right. This is me. It's me reacting like this natural to these little girls. You're not doing anything to me. Do you see how I subscribe to this? Delusional trash. Forcing me to get nasty stimulations and then bringing that up over and over and manipulating me every morning, to the point where you are traumatized to go downstairs because you don't want to experience what they be forcing you to experience. And then you hear these losers like this. Cowardness. It's like, you like girls. Thank you, God. That's all I can say. Death comes to all of us. These people will experience a death of their own. I will not be participant of that. This is the things are waiting for them that they don't know. And this is one of few. If you look at how weak some of them are, you can't even understand. You can't even fathom how how easy life can be taken away from them. Not that I'm saying that I will do that, but you can see like it will take nothing. I don't have to hope that something happens to you, because look at you. Life will handle you properly. But in the meantime, I'm here to make sure that these participants do not even escape to think that I subscribe to identify with any of these nasty manipulations. They are pedophiles. And the entities running this program have had so much issue with pedophilia that they even try to stop what's happening currently with the Department of Defense network being used to share, access, and produce child porn, so much so that they're being ranked top tier by the Internet Child Protective Service. Let me repeat. Ranked by the Internet Child Protective Service as the top tier network in regard of sharing child pornography. And you have losers like them. Then it's like, nah, they are women. Low life bottom feeders working for pedos. That's all they are. Stay strong.